Hello everyone, and welcome to Spec 101. This last week on the Victor Sanctum podcast, episode number 26, we did a spotlight for talent choices on Li Ming, the Diablo 3 wizard. And as you can see here, we have Li Ming. She has been released for a little over a week, and she's been used actually even in the pro leagues, the pro amateur leagues. She is a very good hero. She's got a lot of damage, depending on how you spec, and if you spec correctly and learn to play correct with her, she's a killer assassin that you're able to use in Hero League, and as well as Quick Match, or just AI if you want to get used to her to be able to play. So, first we're going to go ahead and show you the different skins to which Li Ming she does have. She's got her normal purple garb, and if you notice, it's a female character who actually is dressed. She doesn't show a lot of skin, which is kind of surprising these days. You can also turn this to a red, and her hair does turn auburn color. Or you can turn her hair white, and it goes to a gold and dark red outfit. Now for her master skin, she does look pretty decent. She's got all these fabulous additions on, and it does look quite nice actually. It doesn't look that bad. The only thing that Scott Johnson had pointed out is the fact that she's got this little thong going on right here and leaving her loins a little unprotected, but I guess you get it somewhere. So that is her normal skin if you unlock the master skin, and then you've got the pink version, which actually isn't too bad looking. It looks pretty good. And then we have a black version, which is very appealing. I think it goes well with the purple, and I'm not sure what kind of vibe they're trying to get off with it, but it does look wonderful. Then, as part of the shop bonus, you were able to purchase the bundle. Now, if you choose to purchase the bundle, you get Li Ming, Star Princess, and the Star Chariot. The Star Chariot is this guy right here. He's, he or she. It's pretty nifty little mount, and you can use it for anybody once you purchase it. Or you could use it just specifically for Star Princess Li Ming. Star Princess Li Ming is pretty fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and go back to play, and we're going to show you the skins for Star Princess Li Ming. Now, she's got her normal, and I'm not really sure what kind of vibe they're trying to get off with her here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be more Sailor Moon, or if it's supposed to be Rainbow Brightish. Maybe a cross between the two. So we've got the normal color. Then we've got the green, and she also has a yellow. And the hair changes accordingly, depending on which one that you choose. Now, to go over her abilities real quick before we get started here, we're going to go into training, and I'm going to show you exactly how we spec and what we're looking to do here. Li Ming is a ranged assassin. Now, she does have a difficulty hard level, and this is very true. She is very difficult to play. She is a glass cannon. She is very, very easy to kill. She's like a piece of tissue paper that's wet. So you have to be very careful when you play her. Now, her Q ability is Magic Missiles. It costs 20 mana, it's a 3-second cooldown, and you fire 3 missiles towards an area, each dealing 147 damage to the first enemy hit. Her W ability is Arcane Orb. This is a 50 mana cost, and the cooldown is 10 seconds. You fire an orb that powers up as it travels, dealing 150 damage to the first enemy hit, and the amount of damage dealt is increased but further travels up to 450 damage. Now granted, that is a base level spell, so the farther away you are able to line up a hit and hit somebody with it, it's pretty devastating. Then we have Teleport. Now, Teleport costs 30 mana, it's a 5-second cooldown, and you are able to teleport a short distance instantly. Now, this is not like Bolt of the Storm, that you could pick and are able to pick on Jaina and a few other characters. This actually is a very short teleport. It does get you just barely out of range. I would say maybe it moves you 10 to 20 feet-ish in any way that you want to use the teleport. There is an ability later on to upgrade that talent, and you're able to do that, and it does take you quite a bit farther. So depending on what spec build you're going to do, it just depends. But we're actually only going to focus on one spec tonight. Now, her trait is Critical Mass, Getting a takedown will refresh cooldowns on all abilities. Now this means if you're taking part in a takedown, it doesn't mean you physically have to do it. So if you are around somebody and you kill a hero, every one of your abilities resets, including your heroic. Now for the first heroic, and really the only one that's concerned, honestly, the other's not used at all hardly, we've got Disintegrate. It's 80 mana, it's got a 20-second cooldown, and you channel a powerful beam dealing 440 damage over 2.5 seconds to enemies while they are in it. The direction of the mouse beam changes with your mouse cursor position. So if anyone has played Cho'Gall, this is very, very much like Cho'Gall's heroic ability, the Shadow Flame, I believe it's called. Wherever your mouse cursor is where it goes, and it does have a pretty long range on it, so it's a pretty nice ability to have. Now the other heroic that's not really being picked currently is Wave of Force. Basically, it's an 80 mana spell, the cooldown is 20 seconds, and you knock away all enemies from an area and deal 160 damage. Granted, I think this could find a niche, depending on where it's going to be used and what map it's going to be used on. So, you're able to cast this into a crowd, knock them away from a structure, or away from something they're trying to protect. Say, maybe Eternal Battlefield, or the Eternal, I can't think of the name of the battlefield currently, but the one where the angel and demon in the middle start fighting. If you're trying to maybe defend and push people off of your character that you're trying to protect, your hero, this would not be bad. I'm not sure exactly how far the knockback is. We'll actually have to try it when we go into training here. But this knocks away all enemies and deals 160 damage. So, we have her talents, to which I'm going to go over now. Now, as you can see on this, her talents are very, very interesting. Now, for her number 1, or I guess you could say level 1 talent, what you want to be doing here, there's 2 that you can choose from. You can choose Astral Presence, where you increase your mana regen while low on mana. Now, basically what this does is, when you're below 50% mana, this actually gives you 100% more regen. So you consistently stay at 50% mana most of the game without running low. Now, the choice that Chris Mudslide Slaughter picked for us was Power Hungry. Your regen globes give you the ability power and more mana. The 100% more mana and grant 10% ability power for 20 seconds. So this is a pretty good pickup if this is something that you're looking forward to. If not, Astral Presence is not bad at all. Astral Presence is actually pretty nice. I'll move that out of the way a little bit. Sorry about that. We also have Force Armor. When magic missiles damages an enemy hero, you gain gain a spell charge block, reducing the damage from the next ability against you by 50%, and can hold up to 4 charges. Can only gain 1 charge per cast. I guess if you're having survivability issues, or in the foreseeable future, if somebody finally does learn how to deal with her on a regular basis, this may be something that you want to choose. The Aether Walker, necessarily, I don't see it being chosen really at all, because all it does is if your hero hasn't taken damage in the last 5 seconds, your teleport costs no mana, and it's on cooldown, and is decreased by 2 seconds. That's okay, but you're going to get so much more from Power Hungry or from Astral Presence. And the reason why I say that is because you will have mana problems, especially if you do get team kills. Now at level 4, what we're going for here is actually Essence of Johann. Now, the Arcade Orb pulls in your enemies, and they are pulled towards its center. So wherever it strikes, anything around it in a certain diameter is pulled to the center of where it struck. The reason why we picked this is because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to land your magic missiles. Now, the Charge Blast, basic attacking, recently hit by a magic missile, does an extra 87 damage. That's okay, that's not horrible. I have chose this in the past, the Triumvirate. Now, it reduces the Arcane Orb cooldown at max range, and if an Arcane Orb hits an enemy after traveling at least 80% of its base range, the cooldown is reduced by 7 seconds. So this allows you to cast it a little more often. But for the sake of this spec, we actually are going to be doing S of Johann. Now we also have Dominance, which takes down and restores health. For some reason, if you're having a problem staying alive and you're getting a lot of takedowns, and you are kind of iffy and fluctuating on health without a good solid healer behind you, or such as a Karazim with his hand that's able to, prevent you from dying, or from Uther with his bubble, this is not a bad choice. I have actually taken this before just to see how it does, and it does fairly well. You can kind of get in the fray with this and not be as scared. This is actually not a bad choice if you're going to go a blink spec to where later you get the ability to make your teleports do damage. So if you're going a teleport spec, it's not a bad thing to do. Now for our level 7 talent, we are going to go ahead and we're going to take Seeker. Increase the magic missile single target damage. If 3 magic missiles hit the same target, at the third one deals an additional 125 damage. That's why it's so important, if we're taking that we're taking S of Johann. We pull the people in, so you know a place to cast, so hopefully when you hit that, you're going to be hitting the person that you're casting at. So it'll actually give you the ability to get some more damage in there. We also have Zai's Vengeance, an Arcane Orb, an additional 25% more, or does an additional 25% more damage to enemies far away, but will deal 25% less damage to enemies up close. I have used this. I do use this in some of the builds that I do play when I first started. It's not bad. It's not horrible. But with the spec we're talking about, Seeker is definitely where you're going to want to go. We've got Calamity. Teleport deals damage. This is going to be part of your teleport build if you'd like to build one of those. This is a decent build. It's okay. It also gives your teleport ability another way to do damage if you're doing that. So you can blink in and blink out and things, but you're definitely going to have to pick survival talents to pull that one off. Now for level 10, this is going to be your heroic ability. We are going to be picking Disintegrate. Wave of Force, I very rarely don't think you're ever going to be able to use it compared to Disintegrate. Disintegrate is amazing. Now for Cannoneer, for the level 13, I do apologize. We've got Cannoneer, where the abilities empower basic attacks. So when you use an ability, increase your next basic attack by 75% and cause it to deal the ability damage. This stacks up to 3 times. We also have Glass Cannon. This will be your choice. Increase your ability power by 15%, but decrease your maximum health by 15%. So this is why it's so important to be able to stay at range and try to make the calls that you're going to be making to stay out of the fray unless you've got some defensive talents or a good healer. Also, you have Illusionist. This is a very good talent if you're going to go with a teleport build. This increases the teleport range by 50%, and if you lose more than 15% of your health at once, its cooldown is instantly refreshed. This cannot happen more than once every 4 seconds. So it's definitely very good if you're able to get in and get out. You can teleport in, take damage, and teleport right back out. Now for level 16, we've got Fireflies. We've got Magic Missiles move faster on a lower cooldown. Now the choice you're going to be taking in this tier is Mirror Ball. Mirror Ball, the Magic Missiles fire an additional 2 missiles. So not only does it put the 3 out, but it also puts an additional 2 farther out on either side. So you're going to be doing a lot more damage. Now the Arcane Orbit, the Arcane Orb travels 25% farther, doing up to more 25% damage. I have used this, and if you're going to do an Arcane Orb build, it is actually pretty good. It allows you to hit Arcane Orb from a farther distance and do more damage while you're doing it. For the teleport spec, you're probably going to want to take the teleport grants a shield. It's called Diamond Skin. When your teleport gains 25% of your maximum health, or I'm sorry, when you teleport, gain 25% of your maximum health as a shield for 4 seconds. So this allows you to jump in, take damage, and jump out as we talked about previously. Now for level 20, we've got several things here. Really, there's only a couple that are that good of a choice that are kind of tempting to take. Your Temporal Flux. If you're having problems to where you can't hit your Disintegrate on people, this is going to be huge, because as soon as your Disintegrate hits somebody, it's going to help with team kills, it's going to refresh your kills, it's going to do everything. slows people by 60%. That is a huge amount, especially for the distance that Disintegrate travels. Then you have Repulsion. This is for your other heroic that you have, which nobody is going to really use that much. You increase the Wave of Force knockback distance by 150% and increase its cast range by 100%. So this would be actually a very good thing to do if you're going to play a control match, to where you're trying to keep control of an area and box people out. Then we have the choice that you will be making. It is Tal Rashah's Elements. Now, if anybody played Diablo, you should know the name Tal Rashah. It was a set of gear that you could collect in Diablo 2, and maybe Diablo 3 as well, I'm not sure. I haven't played Diablo 3 as much as 2, so... Basically, what this does is your abilities benefit 20% bonus damage as long as you aren't casting twice in a row. So as long as you can put things together to not hit the same spell twice in a row, which this is very possible to do, you may have to throw Teleport in the mix here or there, but it's not that big of a deal. This gives you an additional 20% bonus power. This is absolutely amazing. It's passive, it's not anything you have to hit, it's definitely worth taking. Now, finally, you have Archon Pure Power. Activate to enter Archon form, allowing you to repeatedly use Disintegrate, but be unable to cast other abilities. I don't see the point in this one. I really don't. Maybe this later down the line will have some kind of a fit, but as right now, it doesn't. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and we're going to queue, and we're going to get into a game here. And obviously, we've got some people that are going to be AIs with us. And let's go ahead and show you exactly what Li Ming can do here. And it looks like we'll be on Infernal Shrines, so that'll be very interesting. As soon as it loads. If anyone hasn't played Infernal Shrines, it is a very, very interesting battleground. There are 3 shrines on the battleground, and you control them, you activate them, and you try to control the area to kill the mobs that come out of the shrine. Once you kill 40, you unleash a John Cena onto the world. There you go. Just what I was told. There's John Cena coming right out of the portal to go wreak some havoc. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna go with Power Hungry.
Why not?
Our foes will rue this day.
So, we got 24 seconds to goof around. This is the mount that you got. Oh, look, she's even side-saddled. I didn't notice that until now. That's actually pretty cool. They must have redid some of the animations for mounted people. This would be the dragon mount that we have.
3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
For the Lunar Festival. Okay, here we go. Let's close this. Let's get our fun on here. Now, what you want to try to do here is you want to try to get as many globes as you can at first. Only necessarily when you're going to be in a fight. It's not anything super duper, but you know. So we'll give you an idea of what we're doing here. So here's Diablo. There's the range. You can see the range. The big end is where it's actually going to hit for the most damage. So you want to scoot back, and you'll definitely want to hit that where you're going to be able to hit it. And don't forget the auto attack, because auto attack here and there is pretty amazing. Now, the fun thing about the missiles is you can tell, depending on where you have your mouse cursor, is going to depend on exactly where everything is. And we just reset. I mean, do you see the killing power she has? It's ridiculous. Now, granted, this is training, okay. But another thing that she can do very, very well is nuke bases. Because you can just stand here and absolutely pummel towers. I mean, you can just destroy towers so quick it's not even funny. I just hit that 3 times and destroyed it. Oh, we're going to go down to the shrine here. Objectives are still important regardless of who you're playing, so you want to make sure you try to do that. So being I have AI players, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them to assist me. Let's see what we get here. We're going to do Essence of Johann here. Let's back up.
Greatly improve your hero's abilities.
Destroy things, I'm telling you, man. This is just so great. We've already killed 19 of our 40, and it looks like we're not really being contested at all either.
Why not?
Which is nice. Oh, he moved. Lily, you pulled him out of my grasp here, buddy. See, now, see the mana issues here we got going on? That's... If you're having a lot of mana issues, then you definitely want to take the other one. Oh, hello. You definitely want to stay away from people, too, if you can. And that's some reset skills.
Should I even be here?
Now we're going to nuke this tower.
Towers and forts require ammunition. If they run out of ammo, they cannot fire.
Alright, we're going to take Seeker here. Oh, I didn't realize in training I actually paused it for you. That's quite nice. So I can show you what I'm doing.
Everyone would do it.
And there goes that tower.
I knew we could do this.
Oh, the Arcane Punisher is almost dead. They did get nerfed this last patch. I'm gonna go for this tower here.
My spells are ready.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're not in range of that. That would be horrible. Bye, Diablo.
Where to?
I'm getting a little too close there. Getting all excited. Thanks for the heals, Lily. And that tower's done. Oh, close. So close. So this gives you an idea exactly of how to play her. Now, what you want to do when we pick S of Johann is you want to telegraph where you're going to cast your missiles. So if you put this here, you want to immediately cast the missiles right afterwards, because what happens is if you saw that, it pulls the people into it. And that's what you want. You want to be able to hit your missiles as much as possible. With this build, it is possible. Just like that. It's a nice little combo that you can pull off. Let's go over here so
Fine.
we're not interrupted. We'll wait for somebody to pop up over here. Oh, they missed it. Disintegrate. Here we go. You get to see Disintegrate, folks. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. And there goes Lily. Reset your Disintegrate spell. Now, you can't cast anything after you cast the Disintegrate, so it's really important to make sure that's what you want to do. And notice, I'm having some issues with some mana here. So, at first, you may want to be able to just play with some of the other abilities, especially the one that keeps you at half mana, usually, all the time. Come on, fall back, hammer. Get out of there. Come on. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. And it looks like we've got our shrine moving right along up here. Greymane and Orifice are taking care of it, so I'm going to go get some mana. Alright. 6 minutes into the game, not too bad. Let's see what our stats look like. 7,000 hero damage, 36,000. Granted, I'm not playing to get the hero damage right now. I'm just showing you exactly what to do. But you can definitely rock some people in hero damage here. You can get the highest in the entire battleground.
Where to?
Oh, I missed. Oh, there's a frozen Punisher.
Excellent.
Oh, we got some guys here.
Frozen Punisher to fight for.
See how that comboed off of that? That's what you want to do. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you have to be careful where you fire your missiles, too, because your missiles can miss quite a bit. And that's what you don't want. You don't want that to happen.
If this were easy, everyone would do it.
See how I control that with my mouse cursor? See, her teleport is not very long, so you want to make sure that you stay out of the poop, because it can be very poopy
Why not?
if you get in the poop. And you don't want to get into that and die. Especially now that the tower's doing 50% more damage to heroes, in case you didn't know that. So, we're going to go glass cannon here. And it completely just cleans everything up.
Let's do that again sometime.
Oh, I was a little too short. That was a little bit of burst right there. My mana is low, you're absolutely right. So I should go get some mana then, huh? See? Not a very far teleport.
Retreat.
Oh, we got some people encroaching up here, it looks like. I might go take care of that. Now, she can take merc camps if you're very careful about doing it. She's not very good at soloing them. But you can try. We'll give it a try here. I've only done one or two where I've actually done it. Back up a little bit. I want to make sure we get full... Yeah, see the problem is we're out of the circle. And we need to be in the circle to be able to get the damage. Or to be able to keep
Should I
them
even be
tapped
here?
to us. So it's not worth even trying necessarily. Let's see, where are encroachers that were up north here?
My spells are
Oh,
ready.
here we go. Let's get some help down here.
The shrine is ready. Go. Reclaim the Punisher's power for the high heavens.
Seems like my travels never.
Just destroy people, man. She auto attacks alright. It's not horrible.
How does this feel?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Upon the demon's forces.
Oh, they're pushing top here. Yay. Bye, Uther.
Nice shot, man.
Reset that stuff. Okay, mirror ball. Here we go. The extra 2 missiles. This is going to be crazy when we start launching missiles. You'll see what I'm talking about here. Looks like they're going back down here to support the Punisher. So we're going to go join them down here. Lily is going to be my victim. Nope, Lily already died. So we're going to go in here and we're going to go after this keep. Look at all the numbers. It's absolutely amazing. Well done. Bye, Vala. Bye, Diablo.
Your mana is low.
It is just ridiculous what you can pull off.
Your heart will return to base and replenish your mana.
Come on.
My spells are ready.
Back out.
No survivors.
I need some mana. So maybe my choice, instead of doing the power-up deal, I think it would be very good in team fights if you're able to kill stuff in team fights to grab that. But if you're not really going to do a lot of team fights with people who are going to
Seems
be
like my travels never end.
up in there actually helping you, I don't necessarily think this might be the best talent, but, you know, play around with it. See what you can do. So, we've got one talent left, and we're going to be taking Tal Rashad's elements at that point. I'm surprised this has actually even gone on, considering we're 3 levels up ahead of them. We gotta guard our guys here, and we'll go in here and poke a little bit while we're at it. Yeah, you better approve, Arthas, because I just laid down some smack right
Here
there.
we go. See me now.
She blows everything up. And I do mean everything. Oh boy. Gotta get out of there. Holy baloney.
Your defenses are nothing.
Where are we at on health? Oh, we got this. It's dead right there. So there you go. We didn't even get to level 20. We were 2 levels away. But you can see it. 109 damage to Siege, 35,000 hero damage. Now see how that is? When we checked earlier, I was, I think, almost last in hero damage. But once you start rolling along and you start picking things up, you can really take off in hero damage. 40,000 is actually very, very low. So if you stay around people and you're not really concerned about nuking the structures or anything like that, and you just want to control the people, you can definitely do that. Let's see here. I had no deaths, which was amazing because you don't want to die at all in MOBAs, much less in this, on this character. I had 12 kills. I had 15 total assists. So that puts me at 27 kills. 35,000 hero damage. XP contribution, I was second. Well, third if you count this dude down here, Diablo. So, but hey, it's good. And you can see the talents we chose. Power Hungry, Essence Johan, Seeker, Disintegrate, Glass Cannon, Mirror Ball, and we would have taken Tal Rashad's elements if we had gotten that far. So, we're going to go ahead and jump out of here, and I want to thank you very much for, hey, stopping by and tuning in. I hope this helped you out a bit. I hope you understand kind of how she plays. I would not definitely lean on her teleport to be able to get you out of trouble. You need to make sure you see the trouble coming beforehand so you can hop on out, because that's very important on this character to not die. And as you see here, she has many skins available. I actually prefer her normal skin, which I kept the star one on there for you guys so you could see what it looks like when it plays. And until next time, thank you very much for stopping in. Hey, and check out our podcast at Victor Sanctum. What you can do is go to our website at victorsanctum.com. You can listen to it on there, or find us on iTunes or Stitcher. We put out episodes every Monday. They're recorded on Sunday night. If you would like to join us, you can join us on Twitch, and that's www.twitch.tv/Victor Sanctum. Thanks. Have a great evening.